This Women's Euro 2025 final and weekend picks edition of the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at underdogfantasy.com. Promo code PLGP. Welcome, everybody, to the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Wednesday, July the 23rd. We are here to handicap the final of Euro, I don't know what you call it, Euro 2025 for women. Should we call it that? And some other stuff. Me and Baz have headed off in various directions around the globe. In fact, I don't know what Barry's done. If anything, who knows? You know what I mean? He's
disappointed.
Joining me with no doubt all sorts of things to tell us. Late for the original time, late for the time that he then rearranged it to, is Mr. Barry Penaluna. Barry, hello, mate.
Honestly, I don't know how I get so much grief for all of this.
It's you. You're always late.
It's all your fault that this is a shambles. Who schedules a Euro final predictions show for a time before the Euro semi-finals are finished? Why are we doing this now instead of tomorrow so we can sit and watch Spain, Germany, and then maybe it's just factor that into the handicapping? So what I've done is watch the game, which ended at the time your show was about to start, and then I've had to spend a little bit of time waiting. I've literally had to wait an extra 15 minutes for the odds to come up because there wasn't any odds available until about 5 minutes ago. So this is a shambles. Your timing is a shambles.
I handicapped it at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I don't know what your problem is, Baz.
No, you're lucky Germany didn't get that late winner because I know you're going to tip Spain, and Germany nearly done you with a 93rd minute winner, and then you would have looked foolish. But I'm interested to see what prices you've got for Spain because you handicapped it this afternoon before you even knew they were there.
Well, we'll get onto that, Barry. Don't you worry about me. Mine it's watertight, Barry. Both my odds keeping and my handicapping.
I am here at the right time when the results were known and the odds were known, and I've handicapped the England and Spain game very nicely. However, you might be disappointed with what I've come up with apart from that because I've got one pick. In Norway is all I've got from
arms across the sea, Barry. I've got the MLS. I've got 4 MLS picks, which is handy because we've got quite a few of our American cousins in the chat tonight. Let's say hello to Callum. Callum's pulling double duty. Callum keeps coming in the MLB show, and I have no idea what he's doing there. He's got no idea what he's doing there, but he's been there every night this week. Is everything all right at home, Callum? Get yourself a hobby. Do you know what I mean? Read a book. You don't need to be listening to extra shite. Courtney and Patrick are here as well. Fefwef has joined us. Who else is here? Let me tell you. Down here, I want to say hello to Fatty Merris. Fatty Merris is from Seattle. And this is his first live. Listens to the pod all the time. Somehow was entertained by it, but he's joined us live. So it's a good job I'm heading to the MLS. You can get right involved in this. And James Mafia has joined us as well, which is tremendous. So we've got Vancouver in the chat. We got Seattle in the chat. We are 1 week closer to making some actual real picks. You'll be pleased to hear. I think we could probably do that. Next week, we'll have a quick recap of last week's Globetrotting picks, if you can remember that far back. And then, look at the Women's Euro final and some of their weekend stuff. And, Barry, I don't know what you're confused by. We are going to kick off. We're going to kick off is what we're going to do. We are actually going to kick off. You sent me a message about half an hour ago and saying you were incredibly confused. I don't know what by, but we'll sort that out. We'll iron out the wrinkles as we go. So we'll kick off in around about 25 minutes time. Barry, firstly, we'll run through these 2 semi-finals. Spain squeaked past Germany, finished about 20 minutes ago. England squeaked past Italy last night. Any good, bad? Enjoy it? Winners, losers, thoughts?
I quite enjoyed both games, to be honest. It's funny. Someone messaged me tonight who was watching it. Andy Bevan, who you know, was watching the game, and he said that he'd not seen much of the women's game, but the standard isn't great. He doesn't think, and I think that's fair enough. But I've still enjoyed the games, and he said he just can't help comparing it to the men's game, and I think you've got to treat it as a different sport almost.
That is the problem in it.
Like if you're constantly comparing it to the men's game, then there's going to be an issue for you. But in isolation, I thought tonight's game was actually quite entertaining, despite the fact it was a 0-0 in 90 minutes. And obviously, the England games have been full of drama, late drama. So yeah, I quite enjoyed both games, to be honest. The local football club, of which I am a volunteer of, have been making the most of it, getting the ladies' teams down and filling the clubhouse out to watch the quarter-final and the semi-final. So I might pop round there on Sunday night and go and enjoy it with the rest of the ladies' football contingent of Bingham.
Yeah, there's a couple of things I'm bored of, and it's the two sides of the same coin. I'm bored of fucking middle-aged men that look like me and you saying, "Oh, this is shite, it's rubbish." Blah, blah, blah. Just don't fucking watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch Speedway, rugby union, snooker, darts, tiddlywinks, chariot racing, Burnley, whatever it is. Don't watch it if you're not interested. But equally, I'm sick of the other people going, well, I think it's a great example for my 5-year-old daughter. I don't care about that either. Just fucking shut up and get on with it. Like, there's loads of stuff I like, loads of stuff I don't like, loads of stuff I watch, loads of stuff I eat, listen to, walk along, look at. I couldn't care less. It's absolute bollocks.
Yeah, I agree. The first point, I agree with it. And then when you said the other side of it, I thought you were almost going to go the other way, because I'd seen like posts on Twitter saying Chloe Kelly would get in the men's England team and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, again, don't make those comparisons. You just don't need to. Just treat them separately. But yeah, I mean, for how many people didn't like the women's game, they all seem to be tuned into the England penalty shootout, didn't they? Which was absolutely laughable, that quarter-final shootout. But yeah.
I mean, who could not enjoy those Italians bubbling last night? Like, having absolutely shithoused the entire game. Old school Italian style, which is their right to do, and it is their heritage, and I wouldn't expect anything different from them. But having done that and then lost in unfortunate circumstances, to get the camera shoved in your face when you're crying your eyes out, it's absolute cinema. Like, I loved all of that. I've just seen, actually, the finals on Sunday night, Barry. A lot of the local pubs, you just mentioned your local club, a lot of the pubs have got dispensation to stay out, to stay open late for the game, Barry.
It seems a bit unnecessary. The game's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it?
Well, I think pubs are allowed to stay open till midnight on a Sunday, but 6 a.m. if it's a penalty shootout, Barry. So that's the that was the joke, Barry. I've done a joke there. I'm doing material. I enjoyed that. Do you want to talk us through your tournament win at the weekend? Have you got your trophy there? Is one of the girls taking it home?
Oh, I've got the trophy. It's up there. It's up on the shelf over there.
See that? You should have brought it.
Well, do you want me to go get it?
No, just talk about it.
Yeah, we took the girls' football team, or we took 8 of them down south to Daventry. I've never been to Daventry before. You been to Daventry?
Is it in Northamptonshire?
It is in Northamptonshire.
Okay, come on.
Somewhere down the M1. But yeah, we got up early. We went down and we came back with a trophy. Some dramatic penalty shootout in the final. So, good. I mean, it's the first thing my team have won for a long time, to be fair. Don't have much glory. So it was
Arteta.
So yeah, we enjoyed it. Girls did well. Finished off, as I say, I was horrible watching penalty shootouts. There's no fun in that whatsoever. But yeah, my 3 put their penalties away, including Chloe. Chloe opened up with the first pen, and one of the other team hit the post for one of theirs. But yeah, we got there, raised the trophy. Pretty much a tactical masterclass from me. The girls did all right, but most of it was my doing.
Almost entirely you. What did Barry? I wouldn't expect anything less.
Pretty much.
Big well done. I've got a possible games gone situation here. Bob's playing in a tournament at the weekend, 2-day tournament, so that's good. And it's the International Cup, Barry. Quite a grand name, that, isn't it? International Cup. Sounds exotic. People flying in globally to play internationally. So there's only 8 teams in the International Cup, but Bob's group includes, and this is how international it is, Barry, Berwick Rangers, who are, is that international? Well, they're in England, aren't they?
Yeah.
Stenhousemuir,
Mm.
who play in the Scottish 2nd or 3rd division, and Glentoran, the Northern Irish champions, are coming across to play. So, I mean, I think International Cup is bigging up a little bit, but there is one team coming across a small expanse of water to play in it. But the game's gone is, Barry, for £13, you can stream the entire tournament to your own personal device, Barry. You into that? I'll send you a link, Barry. You can get your 13 quid paid. You can have it on 2 devices. So if anybody wants to watch 13-year-old boys, if you want to watch Stenhousemuir against Newcastle East End, you can get that streamed for 13 quid, Baz.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, Callum's saying a 2-day tournament's enough, because that's a long time for me to be just stood there watching something I'm not hugely interested in. But I might just go home and pay the 13 quid to watch it, you know. Game's gone. Finally, Baz, picks-wise, if you can remember your picks from last week, I can't. 2-2 I went. Returned 4.1 units for my 4 staked. So I think if anyone like us is staking a £1,000 level stake, you're 100 quid up. Everyone's £100 up. So get yourself a takeaway on me on Friday night. Enjoy that. You're very welcome. What won? Kilmarnock beat Livingston 1-0 at 11-10. Horrible game. One of the worst games of football you've ever seen. Absolute dog with fleas, but Kilmarnock got it done. And then one of my all-time favourites, Barry, Spain, and under 5 goals. Against Switzerland. It finished 2-0. I gave out 3-0 correct score, and I was laughing my cap off when Spain got a penalty in the 89th minute. But as we all know, penalties shouldn't really be called that. They need to change the name, Barry, because they're not really penalties. It's not, the other team are being penalised if you receive one. You need to call them like 12-yard whistle shots or something like that, because they're not penalties. But then 2-1, the 2 Irish teams were my 2 losers in the Champions League and the Conference League. But they were both winning. That's what annoyed us most. Linfield were in front. Sorry, it was Shelbourne who were in front against Linfield, got pegged back before eventually winning. And then Cliftonville did have the lead quite late on against St. Joseph's before St. Joseph's equalised. So both games finished in draws. Haven't been in front. So 2-2 Baz, but 0.1 of a unit profit. We tracked your Chinese Super League game together on the Friday morning, and you got a nice, great, lucky winner there.
Yeah, I mean, similar to me, mixed bag. Similar to you, sorry, a mixed bag. I had the 2 women's games. I had England v Sweden. I'd done all right on that one. I took both teams to score at 4-5. I thought it was a really good price. That was my main pick. But I did also like Sweden in the double chance. So we got Sweden with the draw in 90 minutes there, picking up the double chance. The Spain game, disappointing. I took Spain to score 4 or more goals, 2-0, and 2 missed penalties. Meant I had every chance of getting the 4 goals, but penalties aren't quite a shoe-in as they are normally. Sheriff Tiraspol let me down in the Europa League. It was always a little bit of a risk that with them 4-0 up in the first leg, but then finished off with the Chinese Super League. Yeah, Shanghai Port got off to a good start, 2-0 up, and then conceded quite late on.
I very nearly mushed you is what happened, Baz, didn't I?
Yeah. But they were 2-0 up. Malcolm messaged me saying it was all going well. It was a handicap pick, so we needed them to win by 2 or more. Changchun Yatai pulled one back late on, only for Shanghai to go and nick it in something like the 104th minute. The 14th minute of injury time, they went and nicked it 3-1, so they got the handicap in at the last minute. So yeah, similar to you, mixed bag.
Profit though?
Profit.
Not loss?
I think we're just about clear to profit.
Yeah, well, there you go. Beautiful, Barry. The Sports Gambling Podcast are back with their 32 NFL team previews. They're also bringing back the phrase that pays. Each episode, they'll give out one word of a 32-word phrase. Submit the phrase for a chance to win a $1,000 Circa future. I just listened to the Las Vegas Raiders preview in the bath with Sean and Ryan and the proxy guy, actually, in Vegas. I'm going to tell you about him now, actually, because he's the guy who can get you in the Circa Million and the Circa Survivor, the world's greatest sports book, running those contests, $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Hang out with SGPN boys at the Circa contest weekend, August 21 to 23, for an amazing weekend, including live shows, and you'll get 15% off your stay at the Circa. The promo code is SGP15. And then the proxy, Matty, I think his name is, sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. And Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. 15 million in prizes, 2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Use our code PLGP to claim a special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code PLGP. Okay, we'll start the handicapping with the Euro final, which is 5 o'clock on Sunday local time. That's 12 p.m. Eastern time across the pond. England taking on Spain. There's been a little bit of line movement already, Baz, from the 20 minutes or so. And it's literally just gone suspended. We're getting a live update here. England are... Did I write it down? England are 100 to 30. I didn't see the draw. So England plus 333. Spain were 3 to 4 minus 133. The draw will be somewhere in the middle. Like I say, the little padlocks just come up before my very eyes, Barry.
Back up again now.
Does it come back up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 40 to 5 the draw, plus 280. England 100 to 30 plus 333. Spain 3 to 4 minus 133. So a little bit of money for England. England were 7 to 2 about 20 minutes ago, and Spain were 4 to 6. So Spain have been eased slightly. England nipped in. Barry, you made us all wait around for these pearls of wisdom, so you can lead us off and tell us everything we need to know.
Well, I mean, do you not think it was important to watch that game tonight before making your picks up?
Yeah, don't stop trying to out me, Barry. Just do your thing.
I did watch it.
Bear in mind, Barry, you did the entire fucking Club World Cup without laying one eyeball on it. And you're sitting there, you've got the temerity, Barry, the absolute temerity to have a pop at me.
I was quite open about that, though. And no one was following my picks. I also did better than you, I think, in terms of my outright picks. But anyway, so Spain won 9 in a row before tonight, but obviously needed extra time against Germany, who caused them enough trouble tonight to give England a bit of hope here. I think before the game, I didn't fancy England's chances. The last time Spain lost a game was against England. They lost 1-0 back in February. Spain did win the other head-to-head. I think that was in June. Spain won 2-1 in that one. So plenty to suggest it should be close and it should be competitive, because the head-to-head games in recent times have been. England has definitely done things the hard way. I don't think they're as good as they were 4 years ago. But obviously they started badly with a bad defeat to France, and then they've made hard work of it in the knockouts, having to come from behind against Sweden and Italy, needing extra time, needing penalties. But they have shown some sort of resilience. They're never dead and buried, never out of games. And the other thing that goes in their favour here is they will always get a goal. I mentioned this before the Sweden game when I handicapped that one. It's December last year since they last failed to get on the score sheet against anyone. As I say, they've played Spain twice in that time and scored against them on both. So I do like goals here. England 1-1 the other day in 90 minutes. That was the first game in 10 that hadn't went over 2.5 goals. I do also like the both teams to score in this one, but I think the over 2.5 would be the way I'd go if I was going to take the goals. So over 2.5 at 17 to 20 would be the pick for me in terms of what I like in this game. But in terms of a winner, I feel a bit more confident about England's chances having watched Spain tonight and watched Germany cause them a few problems. I think we'll be looking at another tight game, and I think there's every chance we could end up in extra time or penalties again. And if it goes that way, then I fancy England to possibly do it if they can get it to extra time or penalties, because they've done it in the last couple of rounds. They've shown they can sort of come through it in those situations. So a couple of long shot picks. I'm going to take England to win in extra time at 22-1, and England to win on penalties at 14-1 as my couple of long shots. But my main pick is going to be the over 2.5 goals in this one.
I don't mind that at all, Barry, and I'll kind of tell you why I feel like I was allowed to handicap this earlier on today and where I've ended up, because I thought England were poor. They were poor early in the tournament. The win against the Dutch was a bit of an odd one because they just pressed them to death. And then they kind of effectively lost against Sweden. And then they effectively lost against Italy. Or they were false finals, you know what I mean? And I just thought I'm going to pick Spain or Germany. So it didn't matter to me who went through because I'm picking the Oppo. And I thought they'd be a decent price. England have been lucky. But then I watched that game tonight and I thought Germany were probably the better team. I tipped up Spain at the start of the tournament. We didn't do a show on it, but I gave them out to 2-1. A few people have messaged and stuff like that. In Spain, I thought were clearly the best team in the tournament. But on tonight's evidence, I'm not that convinced they were. I would have picked Germany to beat England. All that being said, I then saw the prices and I thought the same as you. I thought England got to be the value. Like, if it was closer together, I would have loved picking Germany at 10-11 or something. But because Spain were the name brand in this, they've come in at 3-4. In England, we're out there at 7-2. Immediately, I think a lot of people must have thought the same because that 7-2 is now 130. To lift the trophy, England is 7-4 plus 175. Spain 2-5 minus 250. So I just think those prices are wrong. Now, we just watched the final in the Club World Cup. Similar prices with Chelsea 7-2, 4-1 to look over PSG. We've just watched that final. And what the goods team needs is a low variance game. What I mean by that is Spain play to their ability, or the favourite, if you want. The favourite play to their ability. The underdog play to their ability. And nothing mad happens. If nothing out of the ordinary happens, the majority of the time, the favourite are going to get it done. For the underdog needs high variance. The underdog needs the goalie to make 12 world-class saves and then a red card and then a dodgy penalty, that sort of thing. And I don't see why England aren't live in this spot because Spain have just demonstrated their inability to put teams away. I mean, they were lucky tonight. England have been lucky as well, but, I'd rather be lucky than good. So I think at those prices, Baz, I think you have to side with England. I'll probably leave it as it happens because, like I say, we got Spain at 2-1 outright early on. So that'll do me as a cheering. And we've seen extra time in both games, so I absolutely love your plays. If you're looking for something, if you want to put a 5 on something at 22-1, why not get the extra time? Because we've just seen 2 examples of it in the semi-finals. So, yeah, I kind of agree with you at the prices, Baz. So, are you more happy with my handicap now?
I think it's fair enough. I think, as you say, the prices are a bit bigger than I expected England to be. And, as I say, if it does go to extra time, it becomes, wide open at that point. And you look at the odds for Spain to win in extra time, 10-1 as opposed to the 22-1 you were getting for England. And if it goes to penalties, they're 11-1. England were 14-1. So just again, big price. If it gets to extra time, it's anyone's, isn't it? So I'd much rather be on the England side of it. And as I say, I've seen England getting there to extra time in the knockouts, and I just see it being a close game. So yeah, I do think that the value looks to be on England. It's not to say they'll go and do it, but they look worth having a go.
Not to mention, Barry, the empowerment of our teenage daughters, which will follow on from that victory. Lauren James over 1.5 fouls. is Fefwef's pick. Yeah, that's absolutely reasonable. She's a little bit stroppy, isn't she? Wanders around like she fucking owns the place. Like, yeah, she's got Chelsea written all over her. So yeah, I don't mind that one. Are you done there on the
Yeah.
Euros, Baz?
Yeah.
Right, okay. We move on to our more well, I've gone MLS. You've got one pick somewhere, Baz, did you say?
I've got one pick in Norway, that's it.
One pick in Norway.
I
Oh, there we
struggled
go.
a little bit. To be fair, I was short of time tonight. I've been otherwise occupied. I'll tell you more about that later.
The second longest coastline in the world, Baz. I wouldn't have thought that.
Norway.
Yeah.
Norway.
Hey, fucking hell, Barry. Dad jokes. No, I believe it has. Anyway, pro of nothing. I just popped into my head. Right, Barry, is it time to get this shit show on the road? Kick off. We're going to kick. I mean, I'll be honest, we've given a 6-week build-up, Barry, for a £1.99 board game.
Well, your daughter has sent me all of my cards via WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the bit that I find confusing because I don't know what any of them mean.
How can you not know what they mean? They're so self-explanatory. There's an arrow and a number, isn't there?
Sometimes there's 2 numbers, sometimes there's 3 numbers.
But there's just arrows and numbers.
But there's not. Sometimes there's a blue triangle. Other times there's a red glove.
Yeah.
It's not all that straightforward.
So remember a few weeks ago when you complained about me sending you the clear and comprehensive rules?
What, you're expecting me to read them again tonight?
No. Well, did you read them the first time?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, it's not confusing, Barry.
Well, I've probably forgot them since then. I've slept since then.
Man. Rubric Ocean, Rubric is also pulling double duty because Rubric was in the baseball chat earlier on. I did advise everyone in the baseball show to come and listen to this. Now, he's never seen this show before.
This isn't a great
He couldn't have picked a worse time to come in because the next 5 minutes is going to be absolute nonsense. So we'll warn you about that. So if you saw the video, I've marked up the board, Baz. You can see that A to I along the length of the pitch and 1 to 12 up and down the side. I shuffled the cards. I dealt the cards. And like I say, Betty is then individually taking photos of your 8 cards and sent them to you on a private WhatsApp group that I've got no contact with. I've got my cards. I haven't looked at mine here, by the way, Barry. This is my lot. There you go. There's my 8 cards. So I've got no idea what I'm doing either. So all that's left now, Barry, is really to kick off. Now, we'll go ball in hand. Do you want to choose left or right?
Where's the coin?
I haven't got one, have I? I'm sitting here. Just like you couldn't get your trophy down. I haven't got a coin.
You've had 5 weeks to sort a coin out for the coin toss.
I'll drive down there and kick you in the shins.
Ball's in your left hand.
It is not. The ball is in my right hand. Right. I'm going to defer to you then, Barry. I am going to allow you to kick off. Now, the one thing I will say about you, even if you think you can't score from a kickoff. Not because it's in the rules. There's not a card in the game that will allow you to score because very often the kids think they can and they'll just run it out to play. So that's just a tip I'm giving you there, Barry. After we've had one turn each, I will tell you the location of the ball. I will take a photo, post it on X, and we will shelve everything. You need to delete that picture from the card you play. Betty will then pick the top card from the discard pile and she will take that photo and send it to you. So that WhatsApp chat will only ever have 8 cards in it, Barry, 8 pictures. So you know your hand, you know what your hand's going to be. You okay with that? Right.
Brilliant.
Barry will be shooting from left to right. And Barry, what card are you going to play? If you can hold it up to the camera and hold it up for us.
So it's in the middle of the pitch.
The ball's on right. You've seen football before. The ball is on the centre circle, yeah.
So how many squares away is the goal?
10.
Right.
Because I'm saying the best card is 9 in a straight line, and I've just told you can't score.
I know that, but I'm just making sure I don't run it out of play. Is that all right?
Well, yeah, but you see, you're not prepared, are you? Do you think Rubric Ocean's still here? This is desperate. Come on,
So
Baz.
what does the red glove mean?
The red glove means you're going to save a penalty when it's penalty time. Ignore all you're looking for is the arrows and the numbers, Baz.
But I don't want to save me red glove for another time.
Don't save your red glove. No, that's got nothing to do with anything.
Okay,
I'll
that's
refer
good.
you to the clear and concise instructions that I sent you, Barry.
Right, I'm going to crack on because this is boring for people. I have got one that goes slightly on the diagonal to the left. 4.
Hold it up. Let me see.
Oh, right.
You got Kevin Keegan. Oh,
But
4.
that's now in reverse, isn't it? You're looking at it going to the right, but it
So you
actually
go
goes
diagonally left, yeah? All right.
diagonal
No bother.
left, 4 and 4.
All right. Betty's down here actually showing me the card. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have advanced the ball, Barry. Just for reference, that was Remy Loire kicking off there. Barry, you've played the ball into the left-hand channel for Pedro Jimenez. However, Barry, well played, nicely. The ball is in my penalty area, but it is at the feet of Henry Hakkinen, the Finnish centre-back. And Henry Hakkinen, now I've just looked at my cards here, and that's not very good. Henry Hakkinen, Barry, is going to play 3 forwards, 3 diagonally left into the centre of the park. 1, 2, 3. The ball is in the red quadrant, Barry, the red half, which is your attacking half, is on square B7. So there we go. B7 in possession of Tanat, your Brazilian schemer, Barry. And that's it now till next week. 0-0 is the scoreline. I'm sure everybody enjoyed that absolutely tremendously. And we will move on with the show. I mean, once you start taking it a bit more seriously, Barry, I think we'll probably get a bit more dynamism in it. You know what I mean? Battleships was a slow burner as well. So there you
I'm
go.
serious. I'm deadly serious.
Right. So you need to delete that one you played.
Oh, I've done that. I've already done it.
At the end of the show, Betty will send you another one to replace it. Okay. We're brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on every sport, including MLB, WNBA, golf, and football futures. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN or PLGP for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. T's and C's apply. mybookie.ag, promo code PLGP. And you've heard us talk about Rhythm before. They just dropped a game-changing feature called Power Trends. These are AI-detected patterns with Rhythm's model. It's consistently won 59% at the moment. Power Trends are exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. The WNBA Power Trends are going through the roof as well. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Right, Barry. I'll lead off. Oh, shit. I don't know what's happened there. Pressed the wrong button. Okay. I've dipped into the MLS this week, Baz. I was going to have a look at the Scottish League Cup, but the games are all Saturday and they weren't priced up yet. But all the MLS games were priced up. Just got to find the right page. The Americas MLS. There we go. The games I'm going to start with are Saturday at 3:30 our time. So that's Friday night then, isn't it? 10:30 Eastern time on a Friday night. We're going to start with San Diego FC against Nashville FC. San Diego 5-4 plus 125. The draw 11-4 plus 275, and Nashville are 15-8 plus 187. This is possibly the biggest game of the weekend in MLS, Baz. You've got first in the West, San Diego taking on second in the East, in Nashville. And I think San Diego a worthy favourite, decent price, but that Nashville are better at home. That's the issue we got here. Nashville are good, but they do most of their good work at home. But this just absolutely screams goals, Barry. 24 games, 67 goals, Nashville. San Diego, 24 games, 79 goals. So, I mean, there's two teams in the bottom half of the league that have conceded fewer goals than San Diego, who are top. It just looks like a shootout. So the classic bars, both teams to score in over 2.5 goals here is 9-10, minus 111 in that one. And my second play is This is Saturday evening, Eastern time, 6:15, 7:15 Eastern time, midnight on Sunday morning here. Inter Miami taking on FC Cincinnati. Inter Miami slightly odds on, 19-20, minus 105, 130 the draw, plus 333. Cincinnati 16-5, plus 320. Obviously watched a bit of Miami in the Club World Cup. I was mildly disappointed in parts. I was okay with them in other parts. But as a result of them being in the Club World Cup, they've got 3 games in hand here, so the league's a little bit skewed with. Cincinnati are top. Miami are 7 points behind them with 3 games in hand. So another big game here. Cincinnati really aren't a very flashy outfit at all. They've won 15 of the 26 games. They've got a goal difference of +8. Miami might struggle to break them down here. And I think the double chance market is live for Cincinnati. They've won 8 of the 13 away games, but they're just a really tough out, Cincinnati. Hard to break down. I'm going to take Cincinnati double chance at 4-5, minus 125, Baz. And we'll let you take us to Norway before we head back for my final 2 picks.
Yeah, I definitely like that first pick. The goals in the San Diego game sounds like a nice one. Definitely have a look out for that. Yeah, I looked around. I'll be honest, I didn't have a huge amount of time. I looked around. Nothing jumped out the page in the Europa League, so I left that alone. So I ended up in the Norwegian League, where we are halfway through their season, because we have got the Danish League going off. We've got the Belgian League going off this weekend, but difficult because you haven't got any form of any or any meaningful form, with it being the first week for those leagues. So I went to Norway, Friday, 6 p.m, 1 p.m. Eastern time. A game between Fredrikstad and Strømsgodset. Fredrikstad, the home favourites here at 13-20. And that's because Strømsgodset are sitting second bottom, having lost 12 of their 14 games so far. They've lost the last 9 in a row now, and conceded 2 or more in all but one of those 9. So they are shipping tons of goals. Fredrikstad themselves haven't been great, won only 1 of their last 6, but it just looks like a good opportunity for them to pick up 3 points here, with the opposition being in absolutely awful form at the minute. The pick here is going to be Fredrikstad on the Asian handicap, -1. So we only need a 1-goal win to at least get a push. A 2-goal win will take us into the winners column. So yeah, I'm going to take Fredrikstad -1 on the Asian handicap at around evens.
Okay, thank you very much. My second 2 games here are both from Saturday afternoon, Eastern time, early Sunday morning, British time, midnight here, 7:30 Eastern. DC United taking on Austin FC. DC United 6-4, plus 150, 12-5, plus 240. The draw. Austin FC are 17-10, plus 170. I can't back DC United at all. 14th of 15 in the East. 2 home wins in 12. They've only scored 20 goals in 19 games. They're the wrong team's favourites here. We've got a WTF 6-4 plus 150 for DC United. It's horrible. Austin is still in the playoff race in the West. The only problem is they don't score many goals at all. They've only scored 17 in 22. They're just a really dour team, Austin. But they can keep DC out. The defence is pretty solid. They have got 4 away wins. So although Austin aren't prolific scorers at all, they can nick this. I think they can mangle it 1-0. So I'm going to take Austin at 17-10 plus 170. And finally, 1:30 in the morning, which is 8:30 Eastern time on Saturday. St. Louis City taking on Minnesota United. St. Louis City are 17-10 plus 170. 5-2 the draw. And Minnesota 6-4 plus 150. And I'm going to go for another away team here. I've just taken Austin at 17-10. I'm going to take Minnesota, sitting third in the West, going well against St. Louis, who are second bottom with only 4 wins from 23 games. Minnesota have only lost twice away from home all season. And look, one of the best value bets on the card, actually. Teams have played each other twice this year. Minnesota beat them 3-0 in the league, beat them 3-2 in the Open Cup, which is the US equivalent of the FA Cup. St. Louis were poor last time in a 3-0 defeat against Dallas. So just out of form. Minnesota with a better team, like great price, 6-4 plus 150. I will take Minnesota. And I think, Barry, that's just about it. Anything else to report?
Yeah, I've got a couple of things.
Go on then.
Tonight.
Report away.
The reason I had very little time tonight, I've spent 4 hours at the football club tonight shoveling sand into cracks on pitches. What do you think about that? Honestly, like the amount of shit
Grass
I get
pitches
dragged into.
or old school.
Grass pitches, but the fact we've had no rain for about 6 months has left our pitches in terrible condition with massive big cracks and holes. So we've got a load of friendlies coming up in the next couple of weeks and pitches that are totally unsafe. So we ordered in 20 ton of sand and asked for volunteers to come down. Fair play, we've got about 30 people come down to help shovel sand into the field, but definitely spent.
Is that going to fix it? I mean, I'm not a
Well,
professional groundsman, Baz, but what that sounds like is you're going to have shit pitches that are now covered in sand.
no, the sand is to fill the cracks rather than just chucking it on the pitch. So it'll help. Apparently, somebody who is a groundsman thinks it'll help anyway. So there we go. So yeah, I've definitely had better Wednesday nights than spending me evening doing that. But another news, Malcolm, I went swimming yesterday. What do you think about that?
I don't really understand the question,
Well,
Barry.
I haven't been swimming in the UK, I don't think, for 25 years. It would
I
be
mean, the
my
last
least.
time I saw you swimming, you were in the Red Sea, Barry, which made me laugh a lot.
In fact, to be honest, it's probably about 30 years since I last swam in the UK. The only time I ever swim is if I'm on holiday. But last night, I went swimming, so that was interesting. I mean, I tell you what, I wouldn't win any points.
In the swimming pool?
Oh, in the swimming pool. Aye. So I had a bit of time to kill. Chloe's doing work experience this week, so I had to pick her up at 9 o'clock. So I went into the office late. I worked in the office till late. And then I had an hour to kill. And there's a swimming pool just over the road. So I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I would take my swimming gear and go swimming. So I knocked out 20 lengths last night. Not
Was
bad.
it just all swimming? Because remember, I've been a few times up at Wallsend when football training's been on. And all the Steve Bruces are doing aqua aerobics. Was there none of that happening?
There was none of that going on. There was a few kids in just diving in, causing carnage. But nothing that interfered with me dragging myself up the pool, doing a bit of doggy paddle and that. So,
what was your chosen attire, Barry? Did you have a Speedo?
No Speedos, like just a classic pair of shorts.
Football shorts.
Nothing tight. Just the old swim shorts. Nothing that was fucking gonna show off my curves, like.
Yeah.
So I quite enjoyed me swimming. I'm going to go back tomorrow. I'm going to try and make it a thing. Just part of my being healthy again, I've now lost nearly 6 stone this year so far.
Unbelievable.
So, just
good. I'm not a great swimmer, Barry. It tires me out.
I'm not a great swimmer. Like I would win no style points whatsoever. I was thinking I could probably do with a couple of lessons just for someone to show me how I should be doing it. But I managed to get up from one end to the other several times. So, it's all about doing something, isn't it? Doing something's better than doing nothing. So
that is true. I swim like I have sex, which is with my t-shirt on. That's about it. Well, good. Well done, Barry. I think we can all...
Chloe's, I should mention, Chloe, she's doing work experience for a week.
Yes, where at?
Any guesses where she might be at?
Oh, well, do people have jobs nowadays?
3 o'clock till 9 o'clock. That might help steer you in a direction.
In the evening?
Yeah.
It's got to be like in a restaurant then, hasn't it?
No.
Calf.
Yeah.
3 till 9. No, I've got nothing, Barry.
Yeah, she's in the cinema. She's working in the cinema. So, she's scanning tickets, she's serving popcorn.
Is that a school thing, yeah?
Yeah, she's got it. Everyone in the school had to find something to do, some job to do for a week. So
Wow.
we sent her in on Monday. She was quite she was a little bit unsure what to expect.
Yeah.
She came home, said it was absolutely boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Boring. The time drags, goes really slowly. There's nothing to do. I was like, this is you experiencing what it's like to work. So this is
Yeah.
all going perfectly. The next day I was driving her. It was funny because on the way there I said to her, well, at least you know what to expect today. She went, yeah, I think it was better yesterday when I didn't know what to expect.
Oh no.
I said, well, it could be worse. You could be at school. She went, yeah, I'd rather be at school, to be honest. But then she did come back the second day, having said she enjoyed it a bit more. I think she found a couple of people working there that had a bit of crack. So yeah, she's getting on all right.
Ah, good. That's exciting. I'm pleased. I don't know what the crack is with our lot. I didn't know work experience was a thing anymore. I did
Yeah.
it. I remember doing mine at the AA insurance, not the alcoholics
She
people.
did have a story actually. She said one of the girls told her, "Oh, you should have been here last week. There was a group of teenagers came in, and one of them took a shit in the cup
Oh,
holder." I said to Chloe, I was like, if anything like that occurs while you're there, make sure you tell them that's for the paid members of staff,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
not for people like you. But, yeah, fortunately, so far, no one has dropped a stool in the cup holder.
in the cup holder. Bad review for that film. Right, Smashing Barry. Thank you very much. We'll be back probably. Now, you say I thought I was away this week and I got my dates mixed up, so it's next week. So we'll probably have to do Tuesday night. But I think we can do EFL outright. Spaz is what we can do.
Yeah,
So there you go. Right. Good luck with all
proper
your
stuff.
picks. Good luck to the England women's team, etc. Good luck in the MLS and Norway. Cheers for joining us. We apologise that it's absolute nonsense in the summer, but what you're going to do, we'd see you all down the road. Cheers.